Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Ukrainian Navy threatens to shoot Russian FSB boats harassing ships near the Kerch Strait just hours before Putin closed it to foreign warships as tensions continue to mount in Eastern Europe. The Ukrainian Navy threatened to shoot Russian Coast Guard vessels near the Kerch Strait just hours before Putin closed the waterway to foreign warships in the latest sign of mounting tensions in Eastern Europe. The standoff took place between 3 Ukrainian Gurza M-class artillery boats and 5 unidentified vessels belonging to Russia's FSB Coast Guard service overnight between Wednesday and Thursday, according to Black Sea News editor Andriy Klimenko, who monitors military activity in the area. Russian vessels began making provocative maneuvers around the Ukrainian boats and only backed off after they threatened to open fire, Mr. Klimenko reported. The incident happened within 25 miles of the Kerch Strait. It comes amid a massive buildup of Russian troops along the border that observers fear could top 115,000 by Monday, sparking fears of an invasion amid calls from Joe Biden, NATO and European leaders to de-escalate. The Kerch incident has echoes of a 2018 clash between Ukraine and Russia in the strait, which led to 3 Ukrainian ships being captured and Russia blocking the strait using a container ship, sparking a diplomatic crisis. Just hours after the latest incident took place, Russia again announced that it was closing the strait to foreign warships until October, ostensibly so that naval training exercises can take place. Ukraine has branded the move a violation of its rights. The move cuts off the Sea of Azov to the outside world, including the Ukrainian port cities of Mariupol and Berdyansk, which border the Donbas region where fighting is currently taking place between Russian-backed rebels and Ukrainian forces. It also makes it much harder for Ukraine's allies to ship supplies and reinforcements to the disputed region, should Moscow decide to march troops that it has been massing along the border into Ukraine. There are now more than 80,000 Russian soldiers in the region, along with thousands of tanks and vehicles, amid warnings that number could top 115,000 by next week. Putin moved to close the strait after Joe Biden slapped sanctions on Moscow for what he said were Russian attempts to interfere in U.S. elections and a large hack of U.S. government data. Biden called the move proportionate and said he could have gone further, but chose not to in an effort to maintain a stable, predictable relationship with Russia and to avoid a cycle of escalation and conflict. Earlier in the day, the president had called off 2 U.S. destroyers which had been sent towards the Black Sea as a warning to Russia, while calling for de-escalation and dialogue between the two sides. Biden had proposed holding a summit with Putin in a neutral country in the coming months to discuss the issues facing the two countries, including tensions in Ukraine, but has not yet received a response. As the diplomatic tussle between the U.S. and Russia plays out, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was today meeting with European allies in Paris as a show of strength to Russia and to secure concrete support as he tries to fend off the threat of invasion. French President Emmanuel Macron will meet with Zelensky in person, while German Chancellor Angela Merkel will join via video link. Ukraine's sovereignty is under threat, Macron's office said, adding, "All our work is aimed at avoiding an escalation and defusing tensions." Zelensky's meeting with the leaders of France and Germany, who have been mediators in the conflict since 2015, comes as Ukraine accuses Russia of threatening to destroy it. They are openly threatening Ukraine with war and the destruction of Ukrainian statehood, Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba told a press conference with counterparts from the fellow former Soviet countries of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. The red line of Ukraine is the state border. If Russia crosses the red line, then it will have to suffer, he warned. Meanwhile, Britain's ambassador to Moscow arrived at the Russian Foreign Ministry for talks on Friday after London summoned the Russian ambassador, the RIA news agency reported, amid a further deterioration in bilateral ties. Britain's foreign ministry said on Thursday it had summoned Russia's envoy to express its concern about malign behavior by Moscow and to show London support for sanctions announced earlier in the day by Biden. The British embassy told RIA the meeting at the foreign ministry had been planned in advance. It comes as Ukraine has warned that it could unilaterally build a nuclear arsenal if NATO refuses to permit it membership of the Western Military Alliance. If you like this video, hit the notification button for more news from Russia-Ukraine conflict. Thank you for watching.